Hello, good morning, it's Trixie. I've come to Reimagine Resource Centre Community Scrap Store. I've tried this a couple of times and it's been shut when I've been before. I'm here a couple of minutes early and it's open on certain days 10 till 12. And it's where companies just donate a lot of stuff they don't need anymore, and you get lots of crafts. There's also apparently food here now as well, so I'm expecting it to get quite busy when it opens. I think you have to become a member, which is really quick and easy to do, and then I'm going to take you along to have a look. I've not been in here for years. I think I came here about 5 or 6 years ago. It does look like it's going to be open because they've got all the stuff out ready for it. So kind of excited to have a look because they sell paint, all sorts of things, wallpaper, crafting stuff. And like I said, apparently they have food and stuff now as well. So I'm going to kind of vlog it a little bit and take you along and see what we can pick up. I haven't got a clue what to expect, but I thought I'd take you on the journey. So I'll see you in a little while. So it is like a treasure trove. And there is so much stuff everywhere. I looked at these. These are all little die cast kind of like stickers, and I think they're about 10p each, these. Lots, it's just so much to look through. It was almost a bit overwhelming, to be honest. Loads of Christmas baubles. I didn't see a price on them, so I did put them back, but I should have just asked the lady how much for them because there were some really big ones and I could have done quite a lot with them. I probably will go back and maybe get some of those. And it was hard to video because there was a few people in there. I didn't want to get other people in it. But there was literally papers and fabric, and these are all sort of like pieces of card. You can just grab piles of it. And they also had paper and these little stamps, loads and loads of stamps that I could have looked at, but I was just a bit overwhelmed, to be honest. Loads, just too much to look at, really. I really liked the fabric remnants. That's all fabric remnants. You just pick up bits that you want. There was wool, loads of wool. I don't think it's very much money. You just put it in your basket, and at the end of the day, you pay £6 membership fee, which lasts you a year. And then whenever you go in, you just fill a basket up. And these were beads and sequins, and I should have picked some of those up. I think I picked some beads up, but not the sequins. But they were 50p to £1, all these things in here. I should have just had a good rummage. I felt bad rummaging though, but I should have just done it while I was there because I think I could have picked up loads more stuff. There was all this basket full of buttons. I could have delved right through to the bottom and picked up a load of buttons. I love buttons. And then there was all of these stickers and sort of cards, birthday cards, Christmas cards. I had a quick look through there. They were pence, really. So, yeah, there was just a lot to look at. I definitely will go back when I feel a little bit less rushed. And now I've kind of seen it and understand how it is. There was remnants of lace and material. These were ribbons. And also a whole load of dress patterns if you're into dressmaking. Loads and loads and loads of those. So it was a really, really good place, actually. I didn't film the food area. I wish I had, but it was really, really good. Hello, it's Trixie. I'm just back from the Reimagine Resource Centre and I'm going to show you what I got. But what I'm doing first is making some breakfast because I'm hungry. And one thing you do get in there is they have a little food pantry, and every item's 50p, but they give you free bread. They've got loads of loaves of bread. And I chose a tiger loaf. So while I'm talking to you, I'm going to make myself some toast and a cup of tea. Just move it down a bit so you can see what I'm doing, because it's so interesting, isn't it, watching other people making tea and toast. But I've boiled my kettle already, so I'm going to brew the tea while we talk. So leave that there to brew. Just going to cut the bread first. I love a bit of fresh bread. I don't know whether you're all the same, but I don't know how fresh this is. It feels pretty fresh. And there's nothing better than toast. Thick doorstep pieces of toast. I'm going to do 2 bits. I probably won't eat 2 bits. It's nice and fresh, actually. I'll pop that back in the bag. So yeah, you can get given bread for free, or pastries. They didn't have any pastries, unfortunately, but we will use that. I'm just going to pop my 2 nice bits of chunky bread into my little old toaster that fits in there. Need to plug it in. Plug it in. Keep an eye on that so it doesn't catch, but that's my toast in. Just leaving my cup of tea to brew. I will pour a little bit of milk in now. You shouldn't really pour it in until it's brewed a little bit more than that, but I'll leave it a bit. Pop that away. So I found it really interesting actually. So you have to pay £6. Let's do this while we wait. £6 to be a member, and £6 to be a member gives you a little Reimagine Resource Centre card, and this is for the year, so it's £6 a year. So now I don't need to pay that £6 again. Every time I go now, I just have to show my card. So that's valid for a year to be a member. It just helps run the business at the end of the day. It's a charity. So, and it was all set out like there was just bits everywhere. Most things were individually, they weren't individually for price, but when you go up with your baskets, she'll sort of tell you how much. And I spent £10 in total. And she gave it to me in a bag, which was lovely. In the pantry, everything's 50p. So I got some caramel digestives for 50p. And I did get these for the boy child, some sour spark sweets for 50p. And then the £6 membership fee, so that makes 7, so 8, 9, 10. So it was £3 for the rest of the stuff I'm going to show you, which I think was quite good value actually. And I did ask her just before, excuse me, just turning my toast. I'm going to put it down just a tiny bit longer. I did say, oh, you don't have any wrapping paper, do you? Because it's my boy child's birthday and I really don't want to go to Tesco's just to get wrapping paper. And she said, oh yeah, we've got this here. And how much do you need? I said a couple of metres. So let's just pop that up. There we go. Lovely. Right, so yeah, I said, yeah, a couple of metres. And she said, well, I've got this. And it was, I'll show you in a minute. It was some gold wrapping paper, which is quite thick actually. And she said to me, I can do you 2 metres of that. It was on a massive roll. And I was like, okay, how much we charge for that? And she said £1.50. And she said it was John Lewis, the shop John Lewis use it to do their wrapping and stuff. So it's like luxury wrapping paper. Yes, Winnie, I'm making toast. It's not for you. Look at that. And we do have to put some strawberry jam on it, don't we? I'll have one bit with strawberry jam on, one bit just butter, I think. I don't think I'm going to be able to eat it all anyway. I'm going to eat the buttery bit first. Winnie's looking at me as if to say, I want some, but no, you can't have bread, Winnie. God, that's filled me up. 2 bits of bread. Right, so this is the wrapping paper that I got, and she's given me just over 2 metres gold. So that's going to be plenty for me to wrap up the boy child's presents, which is good. And then what else I got? So what did we say? £6 was the membership fee. £1 was the 2 bits of food. 7. So £3 I paid for the wrapping paper. Let's get the bits out of my bag. I don't think it's bad actually what I've just paid £3 for. There was loads of stuff. What I'll do is I'll insert the video now and the pictures of the bits that I took. I didn't take a lot because there was people in there, so it was a bit hard to take it, but I'll insert that now. There was loads of like paper and just crafty stuff and sewing stuff, and so I've now got this bag. And what I got was So there's a little Christmas bin. So from the Christmas bin, I picked out these two little snowmen, which I'm going to zhuzh up. They're adorable. I picked up these two lovely little glittery, sparkly reindeer, which I'm going to do something with. I don't know what yet, but I got those for... Yeah, so this is all, I said £3, wrapping paper and this. I bought a card for the boy child. For an old banger, you may feel clapped out. Well, he's not old. He's going to be 15, but he loves cars. So I'm going to use this as a background and do some more bits on it and make that into a card for him for his birthday. And then I chose these, which are die cuts. So they're all little sticky flowers that all come out, and I chose two of those ones. They're all sparkly, and I chose one of these, which will be nice to use, very sparkly. I don't think they're sticky on the other side actually. I think they're just like, look, paper. So I'll stick them onto things. You just push them out. And then I've got the flowery ones. But they're all, I think they were like 10p each. And then just this, because I liked this piece of paper. I liked the kind of religious looking, because I'll use those on some of my art. And then I found some lace, blue lace, vintage lace. Quite a big bit there, look. So that will be handy. And there was a smaller bit of yellow. I love trim. There was a big bucket though. I could have looked for ages, but I was sort of, I didn't want to spend too long. So, and then I've got a really nice bit of vintage lace here as well. So I've got that. And then a really big bit of old, kind of quite thick. What's this called, this stuff? It's got a name. I call it edging. Can't remember what it's called. But I got quite a long bit of that. And then the last thing I picked out, which is not quite full, but you look there, there's tiny, tiny, tiny beads. Now I will use this little box afterwards, but these will be great for my mini art because they're very sparkly. So I'll just be able to put these all in between all the bigger beads. So that's going to be really handy. I think that was £1. So all in all, I'm really pleased with what I got. There was loads there. I just went for a look today really, but I'll definitely go back now that I've got the membership card, so I can just go in and pop in and pick up a few bits. They do like these big baskets of fruit as well, for I think it's £5. And you get a ton of fruit in it. Yeah, I think it's a really, really good place that gives food out to families that need it, you know, at sort of really affordable prices. So they had cereal and all sorts in there. I don't know if I took a picture of the food bit. I don't know if I did. If I didn't, I might take one off their website and pop it in here. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a really little vlog, but I will go back again. I'll show you next time I go back. But anyway, thanks for watching and ta-ta for now.